Hello guys, today I'm gonna give you some general tips on improving gameplay, whether it's on bronze, silver, gold, whatever these tips are always useful. And the video you guys are gonna see on the background isn't related to what I'm about to say. I just put in some gameplay so you can watch stuff while I'll tell you some tips. And as you can see, we have a pretty stacked team with Mistakes, Flam, Gray and Cruz, a pretty good team if I say. Unfortunately, I only recorded our defense. I didn't record our attack, but it's whatever. So if you are playing defense, whether it's on 2CP or payload, it's uh it's much better for you to not kill someone and not die, rather than trading one for one, because since the enemy team has a closer respawn to the objective, if you trade one for one with the attacking team, you are going to lose. So instead of going crazy just to kill someone, you should kite back and deal as much damage as you can, but stay alive, essentially. Because if you keep dealing damage and not killing anyone, but if you deal damage, then they have to heal and they won't push, so you're just buying time, which is good. Uh, so yeah. And before the game starts, you should be pressing tab before the enemy gets to you, so you can see the enemy team comp before they actually push in. So, for example, if I'm playing high ground as soldier on Hanamura or Route 66, I keep pressing tab to see if they have a Wither or a Hanzo, knowing so that I can know that I can peek safely without getting headshot. So yeah, and in the middle of the game, whenever you have a moment to press tab, you should press, see if anyone changed heroes after they died. It's really useful as well. And about ultimates, you can see if the enemy team has ultimates on the kill cam. I don't do that, I just skip the kill cam, because after some time you'll know when the enemy team has ults or not, and when they're about to ult, just because of their movement. So if you play a lot, you'll get a hang of when enemy team has ults or not. So it's just a game knowledge thing that comes with time. So yeah, use that to your advantage as well. Just think, oh, they haven't used ult for 2 minutes, so they should have one. You know, yeah. And if you're playing support, you should just play back and next to your team, so they can help you if someone dives you. And if you are playing tank, you should either engage if your team is engaging. If not, you should play back to your supports and help them if they need. Don't just jump in and let your supports die to a Genji or a Tracer. You should just help them out. And lower elo people don't help out supports. So for example, when I play low elo, I just pick Tracer or Genji and kill the supports without, just solo, because nobody helps them. And if you're playing DPS, you should go for supports, of course, but if you can't, you should just kill anyone that jumps in. If they jump in alone, just focus them. If not, try to get supports, but you should always be helping your supports as well. Don't let them die alone. And a big mistake I see in lower elos and even on higher elos, because some players are stupid, is using ultimates. Don't be afraid to use your ult. Just just because it's your ult doesn't mean that you need to save it. It's better to use, if you're playing DPS, it's better to ult and just kill 2 players rather than waiting 1 minute just to use it. Because if you kill 2 guys, you turn the next fight into a 6v4. So either the enemy team has to go back and wait for their players to respawn and get back, or they fight a 4v6 and they should lose. So yeah, don't be afraid to ult. of course it depends on the situation you're in. So, for example, if you are Soldier or if you are Genji and you ult and the enemy team has a Zenyatta who hasn't ulted yet, then your ult basically does nothing. So before you ult, you should always take in consideration if the enemy team is going to counter ult you or not. So for example, if you are Genji and you want to ult and the enemy team Zenyatta has his ultimate, you should try to kill him 1v1 or force his ult so you can ult after. So you want to kill him without using your ult, and he has to decide whether he uses his ult just to save himself or whether he dies and you can ult after. So yeah, you should think of it before using your ult, but you shouldn't be afraid to use it because even on King of the Hill maps, when the enemy team has 99% and the map is about to end, I still see people who don't use their ults after after we lose the map. Like it's stupid. You should just use your ult even just to buy time, so your team can come on the point later. So yeah, and if you think you are better than the rank you are in, and that you can carry, you should try picking flanky heroes like Tracer and Genji and go for supports because, like I said, in lower elos, teams don't protect their healers very well. So yeah. For example, when I play in lower elos, I just pick Tracer or Genji and just flank the enemy team, kill the supports, and that should win my team the fight. So yeah, and for example, on maps that have choke points like Eichenwald first point and Hanamura first point, if the enemy team is picking like Reinhardt, Orisa, Torbjorn, Symmetra, instead of picking a hero that doesn't, how do I say, doesn't, can't flank like Tracer or Genji, if you pick like Soldier or McCree, then you are probably going to lose because the enemy team has too much shields for your team, and you'll just get poked and poked and poked, and when you watch the timer, it's like 30 seconds left, and you guys haven't pushed yet. So don't just pick something that doesn't do anything for your team. You should pick something that can impact the game. Otherwise, you're probably going to lose. So yeah, I think these are the tips I have for this video. I'm I'm coming with hero guides, like intense hero guides dedicated to each hero. But yeah, I'm still doing those videos. So I guess see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. By the way, I forgot to mention, this game was recorded 2 weeks ago, so this is before the Diva and the Mercy change. So if you guys are wondering.